Everybody get up.
If you like news that is interesting, if you like news on a weekly basis,
maybe I need some spoof, maybe some red news too. Maybe you need to know the world.
I love this Newsance.
On Thursdays evening, 6 p.m. onwards, you know you want
You
it.
need some knowledge.
Repeats on Sundays, 11 a.m. Go ahead and tune in.
No one makes news like us.
Spoof news, red news, world news. We have news for everyone.
Newsance is a must to listen.
This is News in 2. A powerful typhoon has swept through western Japan earlier this week, killing at least 69 people, with 19 missing in floods and landslides. Around 7,000 people were advised by authorities to evacuate their homes. Toraji is the 17th typhoon to hit Japan this year and is predicted to carry winds of up to 126 kilometers per hour and waves as high as 6 meters in the south, and winds up to 108 kilometers per hour and waves of 5 meters in the north.
A bomb blast has caused up to 20 casualties at the security headquarters in Mansoura City, Egypt. The attack came following 3 days of street clashes between ousted President Morsi's supporters and opponents, resulting in 11 deaths. Sources say that the bomb was thrown out of a passing car and the police exchanged gunfire with an unidentified person in a nearby abandoned building.
The Indian rupee continues to dip to below the 68 level against the US dollar on Tuesday. Analysts say that this is caused by heavy capital outflows and fears of widening fiscal deficit. The lowering of India's growth forecast by Goldman Sachs and growing fears of Western military action in Syria also added pressure on the rupee.
Microsoft is buying over Nokia's phone business for $7.2 billion USD. This move unites Windows Phone 8 with its biggest hardware supporter, giving the company the integrated mobile offering it's been looking for with Surface and other devices. This deal is expected to close in the first quarter of 2014, and Nokia shares have soared 40% since then.
Now on to local news. Changi Airport has unveiled plans for a new air terminal. Slated for completion in 2025, the new Terminal 5 will boost the airport's maximum capacity to 135 million passengers a year, rivaling the busiest air hubs today. Minister of State for Transport, Josephine Teo, has said that this expansion is essential for Singapore to build on its current leadership position and keep up with Asia's growing traffic.
In what is said to be the biggest acquisition deal of Singapore-based startup, Japanese e-commerce giant Rakuten has inked an agreement to buy video streaming site Viki for a reported $200 million. The acquisition is another strong signal that Rakuten is positioning its 16 billion internet service ecosystem as a competitor to Amazon and Netflix. The deal could give Rakuten a deeper foothold in the digital content market, which it hopes to gain ground in.
It must be true, 'cause I heard it on the radio. It must be true, it must be true.
News that is exclusively brought to you, which you wish were true, but it's about as true as my math.
That's right. So for our first news, do you know that the Singapore government is dishing out a slew of policies to help curb the declining birth rates? Among these policies includes, to address the rising cost of education. The Ministry of Education is launching the Study Together program, where a child studies for free if he or she is in the same school as a sibling. The minister said that this scheme is inspired by the buy one get one free offers that he sees around during his constituency walkabout. And also, to overcome the issue of infertility of Singaporeans, the Ministry of Social and Family Development will now allow polygamous marriage. That means Singaporeans can now marry more than one spouse if they can show medical proof of their infertility. With these new policies, the government is absolutely confident that birth rate will start to increase steadily.
And the next piece of news, the National Environmental Agency has launched a new Singapore standard on food safety management for fast food chains. Developed by NEA and the Food Standards Committee, the food safety management system is meant to guide fast food chain operators in putting in place a food management system in a cost-effective way. This includes setting aside new unhygienic spots to build more fast food restaurants, subsidised training for staff in pest breeding, and permanently halting all supplies of detergent to fast food companies. These changes have been implemented in response to the new McLizzy fries, McFly ice cream, and Bye Bye Kitty meal that have given customers a run for their money.